Just in time for Caitlyn Jenner's magazine debut, we have Princess Spike, the latest episode of My Little Nap Time, Political Scandals Are Magic. Though this has less to do with Spike getting reassignment surgery and more with him getting drunk with power. Now, Spike episodes have a bad reputation that honestly is unwarranted. Most people think of Spike at Your Service or Owl's Well That Ends Well as proof that all Spike episodes suck, even though Dragon Quest, Equestria Games, Secret of My Excess, and Inspiration Manifestation are examples of good Spike episodes. Where does Princess Spike fall? Right smack in the middle of the spectrum. No, really. This is an average episode, where the good stuff and the bad stuff balance each other out exactly. It's not severely flawed like Appaloosa's Most Wanted, it's not nearly flawless like Tanks for the Memories, and it's not a half-hour gag like Slice of Life. It's average, which means that there isn't a lot to talk about. Now, some reviewers will tell you that an average episode is worse than a bad episode for that very reason, even if the statement makes no sense whatsoever. So allow me to be the voice of reason. Alright, a voice of reason, and present my evidence to you as to why this episode really is just there. First, the bad stuff. The limits of having a 22-minute runtime have returned, as it felt like Spike's transition from having good intentions to blatantly abusing power was kind of sudden. In fact, the way things played out, it almost felt like Cadence was the one who put the idea in his head to take advantage of the situation. Given that a similar arc was handled smoother in Secret of My Excess, it's kind of strange that it didn't work as well here. Had it been a little longer, they might not have had this problem. Furthermore, the episode's first half is kind of predictable. We've seen it before. A character needs to sleep, so another goes to great lengths to make sure they aren't disturbed. It doesn't do anything new with the concept until the second half, where Spike starts abusing his power, which is also something we've seen elsewhere. So from a narrative standpoint, it's unimpressive. No denying that. Not bad, just cliché. As for the good stuff, Spike is treated with a little more dignity than most people have come to expect. Yeah, I mean that. Most people decry Spike for being an idiot whenever the spotlight is focused on him, while showing advanced maturity in supporting roles. However, I think these people always forget something when it comes to Spike. Lean close, I'll tell you the secret. He's a kid! Like you never made mistakes when you were a child? Moreover, his moments of maturity don't contradict this trait. Sometimes children have a better grasp on situations than we give them credit for. While an adult may try to come up with all sorts of reasons why a situation is complicated, a child can look at it and declare whether it's right or wrong, because sometimes a simpler viewpoint is the right one. None of this makes Spike contradictory, it makes him a well-rounded character. In addition, Princess Spike presents a more realistic scenario for him to get caught up in, and having him start out with good intentions was a good move. The episode has him trying to do the right thing at first, which makes it understandable that he would start making mistakes without catching himself. You know the old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Not to mention that it doesn't make Spike the out-and-out villain. Yes, he made a mistake, but by the end it seems like everyone understands what happened and that it's not entirely his fault. The delegates were being immature in their own right, you know. Plus, isn't the episode's central premise kind of a real problem in the world? Isn't society full of people who make statements in the name of a person or a cause when they shouldn't be allowed to talk publicly at all? Haven't you ever seen someone go on the news who claimed to have the same ideals as you, but as soon as you heard that person talk, you wish they hadn't? They don't speak for you, after all. Now the entire world is going to think people who believe in whatever topic it is are like this idiot, and you'll constantly have to defend yourself whenever it comes up in conversation. Yeah, I believe this, but I'm not like that guy. Yes, I'm being deliberately vague because it can be anything. Politics, religion, class structure, nationality, you name it. As usual, the results in the show are played to extremes, but the message is still there. So, yeah, that's kind of all I have to say. Like I said, this was an average episode for me. Equal parts good and bad. It doesn't give me too much to talk about, but such is the way of things. I have no qualm with the episode either way. Well, that's my 2 cents. Darn it, Snazzy, you can't just end it like that. It's average. What else can I do? It's not great, it's not awful. I really don't have anything else to say. We are running an entertainment channel here, Snazzy. Do you realize that there are literally dozens of people out there who care what we have to say? After last week's Maudlin episode, we need to up our quality. Well, what do you want me to do? Why not redirect them to the new channel we've started with King Lizard Wizard? What channel? Oh, that channel. Well, folks, if you feel you didn't get your money's worth here, follow the White Rabbit and be amazed. Until next time, this is Snazzy Chapeau reminding you to put the hay in the apple and eat the candle.